Alright, welcome. What's going on, Papa Neat and Rodian? More Monkey Island. Battlefield noises. The new Battlefield music is not great. Unfortunately. At least my first go at it. Anyhow, last time we played this, we just started getting into overworld sword fighting, and then my PC blue screened. That's why there was an abrupt end to the last episode, so hopefully this goes better. We'll see. Let's load it up and get it going. I mean, it looks like I have a load, so... Oh, I didn't even think of that. Like, if it just deleted my file. Well, I wonder where this will put us. Oh, I didn't want to see that. 15% complete? Okay. Well. Okay, I think we're back where we were in the overworld. Yeah, I got my sword, I got my shovel. And we picked the illegal flowers? Maybe not. Don't see them here. Fight this guy. I think I remember trying to do this last time too, trying to fight the guy. There it is. Walk to plants.
My, what an unusually bright yellow they are.
Yeah, we should take them. How do we do verbs? V? Pick up. There we go.
It's a striking yellow color.
Okay, something's not gonna like yellow. This is how I blue screened my computer, by clicking off screen. I don't think that's what did it, but... Alright. Hello? Is this like just some BS dealing with this game, or what? Alright, I shut it down. Some weird like Amazon games launcher BS. Alright. Let's try not to do that, huh?
My, what an unusually bright yellow they are.
I'm like actively making sure my cursor is on the correct window. Alright. See this guy. See this guy.
Move out of the way or I cuts my way through.
Okay. Prepare to die.
My name is Guybrush Threepwood. Prepare to die.
Watching. You fight like a dairy farmer. Soon you'll be wearing my sword like a shish kebab.
Soon you'll be wearing my sword like a shish kebab.
First, you better stop waving it like a feather duster.
Got me.
There are no words for how disgusting you are.
Okay, well you're like leaning over. How appropriate, you fight like a cow.
How appropriate. You fight like a cow.
Have you stopped wearing diapers yet?
So do I just like fail these?
I'm shaking. I'm shaking.
Oh
I
no!
give up. You win.
He beat me. But do I gain insults? I can't, like, actively fight these guys. Fight him. Fight me!
What you be wanting, you scurvy lubber?
That's all the roads start to look the same.
My name is Guybrush Threepwood. Prepare to die.
On guard!
You fight like a dairy farmer.
I'm shaking! I'm shaking!
Ooh, I know that one. Oh, I got advantage because I moved forward.
I once owned a dog that was smarter than you.
I am rubber. You are glue.
Soon you'll be wearing my sword like a shish kebab.
I'm shaking!
He's
I'm
got no
shaking.
comebacks.
I give up! You win!
What do I win? Bloodthirsty. Get him. Get him.
What you be wanting, you scurvy lubber?
We're 1-1.
My name is Guybrush Threepwood. Prepare to die.
Watcha.
There are no words for how disgusting you are.
Yes, there are. You just never learned them.
Oh. Got me.
I've spoken with apes more polite than you.
Oh, I can scroll down too. Oh gosh.
How appropriate. You fight like a cow.
This is the end for you, you gutter-crawling cur.
Oh yeah.
Could you repeat that? I didn't quite get it.
I said, this is the end for you, you gutter-crawling cur.
What if I make him repeat that again?
Could you repeat that? I didn't quite get it.
I said,
It's not the end.
this
We're
is the
still
end for
talking.
you gutter-crawling cur.
First, you'd better stop waving it like a feather duster.
Rip.
Where did my sword go?
Oh no. Okay. So I need to fight the Swordmaster. However, I'm not entirely sure where that is. I don't remember. Go down to this beach. The island was the Hello Roja. This was the boats. This was where I learned how to fight. Do I have to go back to the village and talk to the guy and be like, hey, I want to fight now? I think that's what we'll do. Yeah, storekeeper was the only one.
Stopping a pirate can be dangerous to your health.
Uh-huh.
My name is Guybrush Threepwood. Prepare to die.
I have so many quips. Boy, you're ugly.
Boy, are you ugly.
I'm insulted you'd even try to use that insult on me.
Okay.
I've spoken with apes more polite than you.
Oh yeah?
Oh, yeah?
So I guess you just lose these.
You have the manners of a beggar.
Yeah, like I don't have a comeback for this. Oh yeah?
First, you'd better stop waving it like a feather duster. Look behind you! A three-headed monkey!
Oh! It's about training, yep. We're getting stronger. Alright. Let's head to, I also need to find poison for the meat. I wonder if this is poison. How do I verb? Use that with that. Look at meat with condiment.
It's some sort of meat or meat-like substance.
Okay. I put the flour on it. Need to go to the store. Which was on the next one over, I think. Didn't even close his door. Bing.
Oh, I should have known it'd be you again.
Shoulda known.
What do you want?
I'm looking for the Swordmaster of Melee Island.
Trademark.
Look, I told you she doesn't want to see you.
Maybe if you asked her again?
I guess I could hike all the way over there. Again. Be right back.
Goodbye. I'll be
And
right
don't
back.
touch anything.
Won't touch everything. What's up with this vault up here, though? Don't get it. Do I just ka-ding again?
Oh, I should have known it'd be you again.
Yeah, will she see me?
The Swordmaster says you can jump in the lake, by the way.
Oh.
What do you want?
Well,
I think I'd just like to browse.
Okay, but don't put your lips on anything.
heck your Swordmaster. We're gonna see if this flower was poisoned. Yeah, right? Maybe I need a bath. There's nothing going on here, right? Open. Yeah. I'll go there later, maybe. Hey, doggos. Yep, yep, yep. Give meat with condiment. They're sleepy.
Important notice.
Oh.
These dogs are not dead. They are only sleeping. No animals were harmed during the production of this game.
Good, I guess. Thanks.
They're sleeping peacefully.
Wonder if there's like a back way. I guess not. Progress! Open. I'm supposed to steal something here. Look at this cute
A
doggo.
priceless Ming. I don't recognize the man, but that looks like the dog in the bar.
Hello? Connections. Can I take it? We're looting the heck out of this place. Yoink. There's books.
No time for reading now.
Yeah, I remember they were illegal, but I couldn't remember why. But that makes sense. Oops. Give me that. No? Okay. Nothing there. Door. Door. We'll go bottom door first. Oh, hello.
This looks like a job for Fester Shinetop.
better leave this here.
What? Hypnotize? Quarrelsome rhinoceros? What?
No, not the red button.
What is happening? Look.
It's a big, ugly, hairy yak wearing some wax lips. I can't move it.
It's like automatically doing these things for me.
I can't move it.
I don't understand. It's a cutscene? Okay. I guess.
I'll need this.
Huh?
That must be nuts.
Uh-huh.
Heck!
I just got
Gophers!
lips. Pick up gopher repellent. Use it. This is terrible. Use gopher repellent on funny little man.
It's beautiful.
No, it's bad. I hate this.
I can't open it. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Fuck.
That should hold him for a while. If only I had a file, I could get the idol.
What? Okay, so I got 4 things out of that. Wax lips, gopher repellent, staple remover, and a manual of style.
I bet this will come in handy.
So are all these meant for the cutscene when I go through it again with a file? Okay. Was this the door I came out of? I already forgot.
I locked the sheriff in there.
Okay. Hey, Silver. Yep. Guybrush doing a thing. Hey, can I have this vase again? So, the store owner said, don't put your lips on anything. Which makes me think I use these lips as something.
I think it's some kind of religious text.
Religious text.
They're yak-sized and covered with slobber.
Yak
I'm
size.
certainly not going to chew on them.
Okay.
It says gophers won't come near you with this stuff on. A priceless Ming.
Okay. I'm leaving this place. I hate this place. This is my least favorite place now. Just because of that whole cutscene. Bye, dogs. I assume you're asleep for the rest of the game. It was weird because, like, it was doing, like, the actions here, and then, like, stuff was being added to my inventory there. Very weird. I'm putting my lips on things.
They're yak-sized and covered with slobber.
Uh-huh.
I'm certainly not going to chew on them. They're yak-sized and covered with slobber. I'm certainly not going to chew on them.
Right. I would like you to... to the door. Give them... to that. That's if you had better. Yeah, the classic. What is it? F10. Yeah, has all this stuff in it, which is nice. So I imagine that. I mean, you could see all this lightening up and popping off and stuff. RTX on. Okay. Religious texts? Maybe throw this in here somewhere?
I think it's some kind of religious text.
Nope. Doesn't want to go on the lectern. Okay. The only other thing I can think of presently is to go talk to the dog in the bar. Otherwise, we're kind of at a loss here. I mean, I could go fight some more people, but that doesn't feel great. Dog! No. Baroof. This is my favorite character.
They're yak-sized and covered with slobber. I'm certainly not going to chew on them. Grr.
Guess not. Hello. Pig chef. Let's go in your place again, see if we can get more meat. Hi, friends. I need a file. Where can I get a file? Don't know. I like this skull. Said that last time. While we wait, we'll look at what it looks like here. The skull's there too. Cool. I kind of like the old music better than the HD.
Cozy.
Have you looked inside your computer? Someone ban Elsnick, please. For the sass on the field. I'm going in.
Hey! Don't go into the kitchen!
Okay. The meat's back.
It's some sort of meat or meat-like substance.
Then there's this thing still, which I feel like you do something to the pot of stew. Everything gets the yak lips.
I think it's full of that foul stuff pirates drink.
Alright, well, we got meat again. So if the dogs are awake, I know what I gotta do. Yeah, that was the grog, which these guys told to steal, but I need a mug. This is a mug. I'm going back. I'm trying not to click off the screen. Suppose I could, like, take it off of full screen. And that'll be fine. There, that'll be fine. Come out again! I need to go inside. Thank you.
Hey!
Hey,
Don't go into the kitchen!
I'm doing it. Alright. Heck! Yeah.
Wow. It ate the thing right up.
Oh. Wow. All right, GG. Just deleting things from my inventory. I'm leaving this place. Bye. I don't believe that just happened. No, let's get out of here. And you just soft lock the game. I mean, so no backseating, but if there is something that I am soft locking the game, please let me know. This was a very important stipulation when I was playing the King's Quest games, because there were ways to soft lock. I'm assuming there's just another vase up there. No soft locks is this. That's good. 'Cause there certainly were some in King's Quest. Yeah, let's go. Let's check this out. This was empty last time I came, but it had some bopping music. And I couldn't use this for whatever reason. Okay, we figured it out.
Nothing.
Yeah, we didn't figure it out. Hit it with,
Swordmaster, the only shovel for serious treasure hunting enthusiasts.
hit it with the shovel.
Pieces of 8 are the preferred local currency.
No, shovel.
Welcome to Stan's previously owned vessels.
Yeah, he's gone.
I'm off searching the globe right now for the finest in previously owned marine transportation. Have a look around. I'll be right back. Stan.
Ba-dam, bam. I didn't walk over here, I don't think. Oh yeah, there's just like a teleport, a weird teleport. Get it, fuel economy, because... Yep. Ba-dam, bam. Alright. I guess we'll go fight some people. After we get the flower again.
I've already got one.
Oh. You don't say.
I've already got one.
Kind of feel like you don't.
I'm not going into this maze-like forest without a map or a guide or something.
It's already got one. Fight me.
Move out of the way!
None
or
shall
I cut
pass.
my way through.
My name is Guybrush Threepwood. Prepare to die. This is the end for you, you gutter-crawling cur.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Soon you'll be wearing my sword like a shish kebab.
I'm shaking! I'm shaking!
You fight like a dairy farmer.
Oh, yeah? I give up! You win!
Give me all your money. None shall
Move
pass.
out of the way, or I cuts me way through.
Ever notice how all these roads start to look the same?
Yeah, now that you mention it, they do. It's probably just that we're tired.
We toyed.
My name is Guybrush Threepwood. Prepare to die.
Watching.
Have you stopped wearing diapers yet?
Why? Did you want to borrow one?
Oh, got me.
You have the manners of a beggar. gonna take your insolence sitting down.
How appropriate. You fight like a cow.
How appropriate.
It rhymes.
You fight like a cow. Yikes, nice move.
Yikes. Sure.
What
Go
have
for
you
it,
want,
Rodian.
You scurvy lubber.
Look at this guy's fancy hat.
My name is Guybrush Threepwood. Prepare to die.
Watching.
Soon you'll be wearing my sword like a shish kebab.
I'm rubber, you are glue.
This is the end for you, you gutter-crawling cur.
I'm shaken, I'm shaken.
Okay. So I should be not trying to win.
I'm not gonna take your insolence sitting down.
I'm rubber, you are glue. Wow, you're good enough to fight the Swordmaster.
I am.
Move out of the way, or I cuts my way through.
My name is Guybrush Threepwood.
See if they say
Prepare
that
to
again.
Die.
Watching.
You have the manners of a beggar.
I wanted to make sure you'd feel comfortable with me. You make me want to puke.
Oh, yeah.
I wanted to make sure you'd feel comfortable with me.
It's funny when you say the same thing they just do.
I got this scar on my face during a mighty struggle.
Oh, yeah.
How appropriate. You fight like a cow. Yikes, nice move.
So now I learned that one.
Aye, this better be important.
My name is Guybrush Threepwood. Prepare to die. Oh, you make me want to puke.
I'm shaking, I'm shaking.
Gotcha.
I got this scar on my face during a mighty struggle.
Oh yeah?
It's not really an insult.
You have the manners of a beggar.
I am rubber, you are glue. Wow, you're good enough to fight the Swordmaster.
Alright, we'll go back to town and see if Swordmaster will fight us now. There's no lake to jump into, Swordmaster. That should be my first insult. No. Hey! That's how you know it's a good bar, when you walk into it and they're all like, hey! Hey, Mayhem, it hasn't blue screened.
I've got my eye on you, boy.
Boy.
Steal anything and I break your legs.
It hasn't blue screened, so we got that going
What do
for
you
us.
want?
I'm looking for the Swordmaster of Melee Island.
Trademark.
Look, I told you she doesn't want to see you.
Maybe if you asked her again?
I guess I could hike all the way over there.
Again.
Again. Be right back.
I'm right back.
And don't touch anything.
I like this guy. I like this guy and the hello, Roja.
Ring bell for service.
Oh, I should have known it'd be you again.
They're my two favorites right now.
The Swordmaster says you can jump in the lake, by the way. What do you want?
I don't know, man.
Do you have files?
Oh, yeah.
Did you mean hanging files or nail files?
Yes. That was gonna be my answer too.
Yes.
Ah, sorry, fresh out of those. What else do you want?
I think I'd just like to browse.
Ask the files again, but the actual.
Okay, but don't put your lips on anything.
I'll put my lips on you.
We only take cash here.
No lips. Got it.
What do you want?
What do you want? Okay, I guess you don't have files.
I think I'd just like to browse.
Hey, this ain't no boutique. Don't take all day.
So is this the thing where I just need to talk to everyone I've talked to again? Hey, circus boys. Nope.
I'll just be running along now.
It's not. This guy has a map that's too expensive.
Excuse me, but now it's only you again. Come back for the map to the legendary lost treasure of Melee Island.
Trademark.
I hope you brought enough money this time.
I'll take it. It'll make a swell gift.
There you go. You made a wise decision.
Guess
Now
I had
get
enough money?
lost. Excuse me, but now it's only you again.
You have a file?
I told you there was only one in existence. Now get lost.
Alright, so maybe I can go to the woods now.
I think I've been had. This is no map. It looks like dancing lessons.
Do the monkey. Back 2, 3, 4, left 2, 3, 4, right 2, 3, 4, left 2, 3, 4. Cha cha cha. Whatever, it's a map. I'm going to the thing. I thought it was more expensive than the money I have. Am I out of money? 173. I thought it was like 800 or something. Do I need to like... I'm just gonna take a picture of that on my phone so I don't have to keep opening the inventory to look at it. Alright. Picture taken. GG. Do the monkey! Resume. Where's that? At the fork. Go in the thing. So, we're going by the order here. It says back. I'm assuming this is back. Left. Can't go left. Great. Red flowers. I went back twice. Okay. Well, I found red flowers, so take them.
I don't think strolling through the forest picking flowers is very good practice for being a pirate.
I'll decide what's good
Same old red flowers all over the forest.
for you. So I need to reset this, is what's happening. How do we reset? Oh god. We're lost forever. Maybe I can just start it. So back. Nope, okay. I'd like to leave. What do you mean I went back twice? I came in there. I went back.
Just a regular old stump.
Do. I'm just clicking places now. Can I not move here? Guess not.
What a lovely plant.
Uh-huh. Great, so now I'm trapped and I don't know where I am. Anyhow, back. Look at this fancy grove. We did it. We're the best. What?
The legendary lost treasure of Melee Island.
Trademark. I was just
This
clicking
carefully
things.
reproduced piece of Melee Island history
Trademark.
has delighted thousands of would-be pirates and their families for generations. Remember, there are other pirates on this island. So go easy on the treasure. Leave some for the next person.
There's the X.
Here lies treasure of such unimaginable wealth. Well, you'll just have to dig it up to believe it. Paid for by the Melee Island Chamber of Commerce.
Trademark.
Looks like a big plus sign. What could that possibly mean?
Alright, later, Papa Neat.
Digmaster, the
Yeah,
only
yeah.
shovel for serious treasure hunting enthusiasts. This shouldn't take too long.
Big Master. 1 millennium later.
Hours pass.
Hey, I think I hit something.
All right. Hey, you lad.
Oh boy,
Roll for initiative.
it's a t-shirt.
Heck yeah.
Not my size, but a nice one nonetheless. Well, I guess I should put all this dirt back now.
I guess.
More hours pass.
More. Okay. Where's the t-shirt? Oh, there's an arrow. Okay. Look at
I found the treasure of Melee Island and all I got was this stupid t-shirt.
trademark. That's a funny tourist t-shirt line. Okay, how do I get out of here now? So, was I just gonna eventually find this, or did I actually have to, like, use the map? Because I did not use the map.
Aye, this better be important.
I am not interested.
My name is
In
Guybrush
your
Threepwood.
words.
Prepare to die.
You even have a fancy hat.
I've spoken with apes more polite than you.
I'm glad to hear you attended your family reunion.
Oh, got me.
Nobody's ever drawn blood from me, and nobody ever will.
No one makes me bleed my own blood.
Yes, there are. You just never learned them.
So do I just lose these? There's no way to come back from these?
There are no words for how disgusting you are.
No, that... Yes, there are.
Yes, there are. You just never learned them.
Oh, the comeback of the century.
Boy, are you ugly.
What's the matter? Just get out of sword fighting class.
Yikes, nice move.
No, I guess he just wins. So do I go turn in this treasure? What's the matter? Hey guys, I got the treasure. I have to get all three. Walk over, please. Thank you.
Well, if it isn't the boy who wants to be a pirate.
Yeah.
How do you fare on your quests?
I found your lost treasure.
I found your legendary lost treasure.
Oh, I discovered the lost treasure, eh? You're a clever boy. You may keep the chic t-shirt.
Oh, chic.
We have plenty.
Alright,
I'll just be running along now.
so...
Leave us to our grog.
Come back later and tell us how you're doing.
Uh-huh. I need to fight the Swordmaster, and I'm assuming the only way to do that is by learning more insults by fighting people on the road. I need a file to get the steal the idol. Which I don't really know where to get that. This guy's here. I talk to this guy. He's blind.
Listen, I'm sort of busy right now. I'll talk to you later.
Okay, he ain't got time for me. Don't blame him. None shall pass.
Aye, this better be important.
My name is Guybrush Threepwood. Prepare to die. I'm not gonna take your insolence sitting down.
Oh, yeah?
So I just win this fight, and it's like a waste of everyone's time.
What an idiot.
Is this the best you can come up with? You make me want to puke.
There was a thing for that. Maybe not.
I wanted to make sure you'd feel comfortable with me.
I've heard you were a contemptible sneak.
A contemptible sneak.
I wanted to make sure you'd feel comfortable with me.
I don't know. I clicked that again.
Yikes, nice move.
So I just gotta sit here fighting a bunch.
Move out of the way, or I cuts me way through.
Uh-huh.
My name is Guybrush
Yeah, the
Threepwood.
bottom ones are just
Prepare
like
to die.
they just you forfeit. Like this one?
You call yourself a pirate?
What's the matter? Just get out of sword fighting class?
In fact, I did.
I've heard you were a contemptible sneak.
Uh-huh.
I'm glad to hear you attended your family reunion.
So I just don't have a response for this one? I don't know.
There are no words for how disgusting you are.
Yes, there are. You just haven't learned them.
Yes, there are. You just never learned them. I'm not gonna take your insolence sitting down.
Your hemorrhoids are flaring up again, eh?
Gross. Okay, so I learned
Uncle,
that one.
Uncle!
Hey, Freddick.
Whatever you wantin', you scurvy lubber?
My name is Guybrush Threepwood. Prepare to die. I once owned a dog that was smarter than you.
I'm shaken, I'm shaken.
Uh-huh.
I've heard you were a contemptible sneak.
Too bad no one's ever heard of you, it's all.
Okay, so I learned that one.
I'm not gonna take your insolence sitting down.
Hit him back with the hemorrhoids.
Your hemorrhoids are flaring up again, huh?
Okay, I get it, I think. Have I done this one yet?
I've spoken with apes more polite than you.
Oh, yeah?
Okay.
Wow,
you're good enough to fight the Swordmaster. You'd think so, but I keep getting denied.
Stopping a pirate can be dangerous to your health.
My name is Guybrush Threepwood. Prepare to die.
I don't remember which ones I've done.
Nobody's ever drawn blood from me, and nobody ever will.
You run that fast? Have you stopped wearing diapers yet?
Okay, so we learned that one.
Why, did you want to borrow one? You have the manners of a beggar.
I wanted to make sure you'd feel comfortable with me.
Yeah, I think the puke one I need to, yeah.
There are no words for how disgusting you are.
Yes, there are. You just never learned them.
You make me wanna puke. See, like, sometimes they're, like, not there, though. Okay, maybe they are.
Oh, you make me want to puke.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it starts
Wow,
scroll down.
You're good enough to fight the Swordmaster.
Okay, we'll try the puke one again.
Stopping a pirate can be dangerous to your health.
My name is Guybrush Threepwood. Prepare to die. Oh, you make me want to puke.
I am rubber, you are glue.
Okay, no one's got to come back for that.
You fight like a dairy farmer.
Oh, yeah?
Uh-huh.
This is the end for you, you gutter-crawling cur.
And I've got a little tip for you. Get the point?
Okay, we got that one.
Have you stopped wearing diapers yet?
Yeah, why you want that one?
Why, did you want to borrow one?
Wow, you're good enough
I don't
to
know.
fight the Swordmaster.
This is all just kind of going over my head. I'm not really remembering what's what.
Aye, this better be important.
My name is Guybrush Threepwood. Prepare to die. I once owned a dog that was smarter than you.
I'm shaken.
Yeah, it's, I guess-
shaken.
You try to learn the other ones, but they're just like, we don't know this one.
Oh, you make me want to puke.
Oh, yeah?
It was super effective.
I got this scar on my face during a mighty struggle.
I hope now you've learned to stop picking your nose.
Alright, you can only learn
I've spoken with apes more polite than you.
one at a time, I guess.
I'm glad to hear you attended your family reunion.
What's up?
Wow, you're good enough to fight the Swordmaster.
I guess we'll try to fight the Swordmaster. Walk all the way over there again. Or is this guy just bad at this? Yeah, it's kind of what I'm wondering. sometimes too. Again! More. Seagulls are laughing at me. This thing's like the farthest away. Does this place have a file, maybe? It had the chicken. I doubt it. I suppose I don't have to walk around all the way around each time. I could use the little portals, door portals, but like it takes a moment. It probably takes like just as long for it to do the portal. All right, does you want to talk to me now?
I've got my eye on you, boy. Steal anything
Bye.
and I'll break your legs. What do you want?
Yeah, it's kind of what we thought.
I'm
We're
looking
just
for the Swordmaster of Melee
need
Island.
to fight more. Trademark.
Look, I told you she doesn't want to see you.
Again.
Maybe if you asked her again?
I guess I could hike all the way over there. Again. Be right back.
Be right back.
And don't touch anything!
What if he's the Swordmaster? Then there's this dumb door.
Davy Jones Lockers. The last word in theft, fire, and grog-resistant storage devices.
Yeah, put the lips on something. Well, he could be, you know, putting up a facade. Yeah, I want to put my lips on things, but
They're yak-sized and covered
he
with
doesn't.
slobber.
He doesn't want to touch
I'm
them.
certainly not going to chew on them.
Yeah. Put him on the door. Put him on the bell. Yeah, just ding.
Oh, I should have known it'd be you again. The Swordmaster says you can jump in the lake, by the way.
Uh-huh.
What do you want?
But I want to leave.
I think
Oops.
I'd just like to browse.
Okay. Wake
What
me
is-
up if you need anything.
Wake you up. All right. I suppose the dude's locked in there, so maybe we can bust this guy out. Maybe he's got a file to bust out. Hey, guy.
Would you happen to have a file?
You think I'd be in here if I did? All I have is this carrot cake my Aunt Tilly made me.
Yeah, there's a file in
You
it.
can have that if you bring me something to get rid of these rats. I can't stand carrot cake.
Okay. Get
It's locked.
rid of the rat with the gopher stuff.
It says gophers won't come near you with this stuff on.
It worked.
It's locked.
I did it.
Look, I like visitors and everything, but
Yeah, carrot cake's
I don't
great.
have much more to say. Plus, my throat's getting dry from all this talking. Why don't you go find someone else to talk to?
Yo, I got rid of the rats.
It's not like I'm the only pirate left on the island or anything.
Gonna go in and out. No, the rats are still there.
It's locked.
So, like, is the rat gone? I'm confused.
It's locked.
It's locked.
I told you. I don't have much more to say.
But then you talk like 10 more. Okay, good. All right. So how do we get rid of these god dang rats? Put your lips on them. Then yeah, there's this back alley.
Oh, a circus.
Uh-huh.
I love a circus.
You sure do. And this was like employees only.
Employees only.
And this is how we got introduced to What's His Nuts, who is currently locked in the mansion. He wants me to get rid of rats. staple remover. He said
It's locked. It's locked.
take care of the rats. Verb.
No staples to be removed.
No staples.
That doesn't seem to work.
Ba-dum-ba-dum.
Ooh, that's refreshing.
Ooh. I'm leaving. No staples to be removed. Gonna hate this one. Is it a waiting game? Those are the worst ones. And the kitchen was borderline waiting. So yeah. Manual of style.
I think it's some kind of religious text.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
It's locked. It's locked.
Yeah, smooch the rat. Didn't work.
It's locked. It's locked.
Well, I don't remember what he said, and he won't repeat it.
I told you. I don't have much more to say.
Dum-ba-dum-bum-bum.
New character unlocked.
Yo. Elzenik getting bailed by Tic Tac Tactics for 16 months. Thanks so much for that Prime, Elzenik. Appreciate it. Bring me something to get rid of the rats. Okay. So give that to him.
Hey,
Okay.
here's my work on the rats.
I mean, that's fine.
Thanks. Here's the cake.
I was just skipping the step ahead there. All right, cake. There's a file in the cake. Look, a file. Okay. So now we go back to the thing and we get the idol because he needed a file in the cutscene. The dog's still asleep, yeah. Yeah, sleepy. No more yips. See, look, they look comfy. Wonder if they look different. I mean, yeah, it's kind of hard to tell what's going on there, yeah. This one, it's a bit better.
This door appears to be locked.
I have to...
I don't see anything special about it.
They're dead.
I locked the sheriff in there.
I don't know. Oops.
It's a raspy metal file.
Yeah, you just came out of the door and said, if I had a file, we'll go blah, blah, blah. Whatever the heck that means. But it was like inside the cutscene.
No time for reading now.
Yeah, we're playing video games.
I don't see anything special about it.
Also, the vase is not back,
This door appears to be locked.
which is silly.
This door appears to be locked.
Just looked at the hole. I know. What do you mean? Don't look. So I have to like...
It's a raspy metal file.
Yeah.
That doesn't seem to work.
Smooch it.
That doesn't seem to work.
Talk to the hole. Close the hole.
That doesn't seem to work.
Open the hole.
It doesn't seem to open. That doesn't seem to work. I can't move it. I can't move it. I've got the file.
I didn't press anything. I just walked away and he jumped in. Okay.
Whee!
Uh-huh. We got it.
That was a close one.
It's not much better in this
At
either.
least I got the idol.
But I'm not done with you yet.
Bullshit.
Uh-oh.
Thought you could get out of here with the idol of many hands, did you?
Look, I can explain.
So can I. You poisoned the governor's pet poodles,
They're just sleeping.
broke into her house,
The door was unlocked.
and stole one of her most valuable pieces of art.
No, you've got it all wrong.
Oh, really?
Yeah, tell him how it
Well,
is.
Let's hear your explanation.
Belongs in museum. That's, what up, Indiana?
It belongs in a museum.
Indiana.
Ah!
What's going on here?
What? Who's
I
this?
caught this hoodlum making off with your idol, Governor. He says it belongs in a museum.
That's right, it does.
What?
You heard me, Fester. The real question is, how did he get in here while you were on guard?
Oh, you're in trouble.
Oh, just go away, Fester.
I
can
was gonna
handle
play
this.
that game instead of this one, The Fate of Atlantis, because I have played a
I'll
little bit of
deal
that,
with you later.
but I wanted to do this one.
Sorry about him. He's new. I'm Governor Marley.
Hi, Marley.
Governor Elaine Marley.
Oh, first name.
So my idol belongs in a museum, eh?
Well,
Relax, Mr. Threepwood. I know why you're here. Believe me, you're not the first who's tried. Although I have to admit, not many get as far as you have.
Oh, it was a test.
golly.
My lookout told me of your arrival. I've wanted to meet you ever since I heard your fascinating name. Tell me, Guybrush, why do you want to be a pirate? You don't look like one. Your face is too sweet.
Whoa, slow down. Okay, these are
Girl.
good
I
words.
see. Well, you're obviously not in the mood for idle chit-chat, are you? I suppose you've got many more exciting things to do? I won't take up any more of your time, Mr. Threepwood.
Okay.
Bull. Rufenkiv. Twinkly?
Heavy sigh.
I really wish I knew how to talk to women.
I mean, okay. Now I just need to fight the Swordmaster. Ah!
Where do you think you're going, Throom Wade?
Going to say bye, you know, it's still not too late. Make up and be friends. You're blocking the doorway.
Excuse me, Mr. Shinetop, but you're blocking the doorway.
I think you need to cool off. Hand over your sword.
No,
Uh-oh.
don't do it. Oh,
This is the end of the road, my little pantalooned pal.
Your troublemaking days on Melee Island are
Trademark.
over. My plans for the governor are far too important.
Whoa.
And much too near completion to risk letting a would-be pirate like you get in the way. So long, Mr. Spice Cake or Droopface or whatever your name is. This might actually turn out to be a pretty good day.
It's GG. Oh.
Fish!
Actually, it's more like a fabulous doorstop.
You can actually die. Well, I didn't, so.
That doesn't seem to work.
That doesn't seem to work.
Sharp and dangerous. I can't reach that from here.
Be cool if you could.
I can't reach that from here. I can't reach that from here.
Can't
I can't reach that from
any
here.
of the sharp objects, huh?
I can't reach that from here.
The timer is on. Yeah, well, we die, we die.
Sharp and dangerous. I can't reach that from here.
Well, guess we'll die. This kelp makes me think it's
I
something.
can't reach that from here.
Didn't he say he could hold his breath for 10
I
minutes?
can't reach that from here.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, I just read that in chat. Yeah, I don't know. He means
Hey,
it.
Nick. I just committed a felony.
Did it involve that big knife you've got there?
Yeah. What should I do with it?
Well, get rid of it.
I'll throw it in the water.
No, don't do that.
Why not? I need to ditch it.
I can't reach that from here.
Don't
It
interrupt
might
him.
wash up somewhere.
What do I care? My prints won't be on it. I'm throwing it in.
Do it.
I might need it.
No!
See ya.
See ya.
I just committed a felony. Well,
I can't reach that from here.
I might need it.
Actually, it's more like a fabulous doorstop.
Is this a heckin' waiting sim?
A rubber chicken with a pulley in the middle. What possible use could that have?
Use it on the thing.
That doesn't seem to work.
Uh-huh. Use the money.
That doesn't seem to work.
Use the shovel.
Digmaster, the only shovel for serious treasure hunting enthusiasts. That doesn't seem to work.
Pick up. What the fuck?
I guess I'll be needing a sword. This one will do.
Okay.
Well, that wasn't so hard. Now all I have to do is show this stupid idol to the pirate leaders and...
You're alive!
Uh-huh.
Governor!
Hey, you can talk. Who'd have known?
What are you doing here? Come to
What are
finish
you
the
doing?
job?
Here.
No, I came down here to save your life. Fester wasn't acting on my orders when he threw you in there.
You came down here to rescue me? I didn't even think you liked me.
Really? You gotta wait there for 10
Well,
minutes?
Our first meeting was a little awkward. You seemed to have trouble forming complete sentences. But then again, so do most of my citizens.
But I'm not one of your citizens. I'm just a drifter. A nobody. A would-be pirate. Who would have known or even cared if you'd let me drown?
I would have, Guybrush.
Oh, no.
Oh, Governor.
Oh, Threepwood.
Oh, Elaine.
Oh, Guybrush.
What's happening?
Love Muffin.
Okay.
Sugar Boots.
Sugar Boots.
Honey Pumpkin.
Plunder Bunny.
Kiss me.
No. We mustn't.
We must.
What?
Not here, where everyone can see us.
Why? Are you ashamed of me?
No, it's not that at all. It's just that many of these pirates have made
Harpy.
advances towards me. And to avoid hurting their feelings, I've always told them that my father made me promise never to fall in love with a pirate.
It's music, though.
If they see us together, they'll know I was lying.
Well, I'm not a pirate, so
Okay,
it's good.
then. Let's go to your place.
Okay.
All right.
But finish your trials first. I don't want you to be preoccupied.
But I feel this sudden urge to complete the trials quickly.
This game's rated M for mature. All right. So I got a new sword. Maybe that's the trigger for Swordmaster. I'm gonna teleport this time. Thanks, 90s. Yeah. Oh, speed run! It was just as fast.
I've got my eye on you, boy. Steal anything and I break your legs. What do you want?
I wanna fight the
I'm looking
master.
for the Swordmaster of Melee Island.
Trademark.
Look, I told you she doesn't want to see you.
Maybe if you asked her again?
I guess I could hike all the way over there. Again. Be right back.
Be right back. It's all worth it just for
And
that.
don't touch anything.
Be right back.
Oh, I should have known it'd be you again. The Swordmaster says you
Yeah.
can jump in the lake, by the way.
All right.
What do you want?
I'm gonna go talk
I
to
think
the
I'd just like to
sword
browse.
trainer again.
Oh, be my guest, Fancy Pants.
See if they can point me in the right direction
I
or
don't see
something.
anything special about it.
Uh-huh. That occasionally that parrot has something to say. Did I remove that with the stapler? Remover?
No staples to be removed.
Okay. Guess it's gotta be staples. He was up here, wasn't he? Yeah, circus. I don't know what this is yet. Or is that supposed to be the treasure? It's in the name, yeah. Sword!
There's no answer.
Well, glad we did that.
I don't see anything special about it. Captain Smirk's Big Body Pirate Gym. Prices. Sword training, 30 pieces of weight.
Big body.
Cannon firing, 160 pieces of weight. Balls extra. Grappling hook, 130 pieces of weight. Hook extra. I don't see anything special about it.
I just need to fight more. I mean, there's the circus. This island didn't do anything. He just like talked to me and I insulted him, made him depressed.
This better be important.
Nice night we're having, isn't it?
I
I sure hoped you had something more important to stop me for.
My name is Guybrush Threepwood. Prepare to die. Oh, you make me want to puke.
You make me think somebody already did.
Oh!
Have you stopped wearing diapers yet?
Why, did you want to borrow one?
We haven't had the dog one, right? Where is it? Here.
I once owned a dog that was smarter than you.
He must have taught you everything you know.
Oh.
I once owned a dog that was smarter than you.
Oh, he's testing me.
He must have taught you everything you know.
I don't think I've gotten the blood.
Nobody's ever drawn blood from me, and nobody ever will.
You run that fast.
Oh, no, yeah.
Where did my sword go?
Yeah, thanks, Leon. Yeah. We'll try to figure it out. I can't look at your inventory here.
Move out of the way, or I cuts me way through.
My name is Guybrush Threepwood. Prepare to die.
Washing machine.
I've heard you were a contemptible sneak.
Too bad no one's ever heard of you at all.
Yeah, I've heard that one.
You make me want to puke.
You make me think somebody already did.
If I like a dairy farmer.
I've spoken with apes more polite than you.
I'm glad to hear you attended your family reunion. This is the end for you, you gutter-crawling cur.
And I've got a little tip for you. Get the point?
He said with authority.
This is the end for you, you gutter-crawling cur.
And I've got a little tip for you. Get that point.
Yikes, nice move.
So if you probably haven't.
Aye, this better be important.
Sorry to bother you. I'll be on my way.
You need someone to show you where the Swordmaster lives. Yeah, so this is the only guy that has a Swordmaster. Maybe whip my sword out on him. Maybe someone else knows where the Swordmaster lives. It seems. And be like, swing, swing, swing. Uh-huh.
I've got my eye on you, boy. Steal anything and I break your legs.
That doesn't seem to work.
What do you want?
I'm looking for this
I want
of Melee
to
Island.
like skip this text, but
Look, I told you she doesn't
I
want
don't
to see
think there's
you.
a way to do that.
Maybe if you asked her again?
I guess I could hike all the way over there. Again.
I'll be right back.
Be right back. And don't touch anything!
Touch all the things.
I better not touch it.
No, he...
That storekeeper guy might bite my head off.
Do it anyway.
I don't see anything special about it.
You touched his door.
It doesn't seem to open.
I think I've done this already.
It doesn't seem to open. It doesn't seem to open.
Ding.
Oh, I should have known it'd be you again. The Swordmaster says you can jump in the lake, by the way. What do you want?
I'm looking
Oh, dang it.
to the Swordmaster of Melee Island.
Look, I told you she doesn't want to see you.
Maybe if you asked her again?
Thought there was a
I guess
alternate
I
text for
could
that.
hike
I guess
all the
not.
way over there. Again. Be right back.
You have to like follow him.
And don't touch anything!
Okay. Okay. Tailing him, he won't see us. This is tailing music. I lost him. Oh, storekeeper. Close on his tail. I wonder if I could have just found the house if I knew the route. No, I suppose I wouldn't be able to do that. House on the hill. A nice little cabin.
I better just stay back here and eavesdrop.
Oh, dropping eaves.
Hello again, Carla.
I thought I told you to get lost.
Actually, I'm here on business. This kid come into my store, see?
Face it, you crusty old lech. You'd make any excuse just to come out here and bother me.
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, cut it out. I'm sick of it. Take a hike and don't come out here again. Someone might follow you, and then I'd become another Melee Island tourist attraction.
Hey, it's your loss, baby.
Yeah, right.
Uh-huh.
Now scram.
unlocked.
Yo.
15 months of tactics. Dog jam.
Katamari getting bailed by them 15 months of tic-tac tactics. Thanks so much, Katamari. Hi, Carla.
How dare you approach the Swordmaster without permission?
Oh, darn.
Which I surely didn't give you.
I've come to kill you.
I beg your pardon. I must talk to you.
I doubt that. Everyone who comes here is prepared to fight. Let's be honest. You're here to prove yourself to the pirate leaders in hopes of one day being as immoral as they are.
Oh?
Yep. Nailed it right on the head. Gee, you're Smart.
I can tell by the sarcastic expression on your face that you've been fully trained by Captain Smirk. Let's get this over with.
Oh, on guard.
My last fight ended with my hands covered with blood.
Oh gosh. No one makes me bleed my own blood. I don't have a response for that. Say it again.
Could you repeat that? I didn't
Boss
quite
fight.
get it.
My last fight ended with my hands covered with blood.
I don't know that one. Oh no. Oh yeah.
First, you'd better stop waving it like a feather duster.
Uh-huh.
No one will ever catch me fighting as badly as you do.
Well, she's kicking my butt. This was the first one, I think, right? I already forgot what she said.
Could you repeat that? I didn't quite get it.
No one will ever catch me fighting as badly as you do.
You run that fast? This is the fast one, right?
You run that fast?
1-on-1.
If your brother's like you, better to marry a pig.
How appropriate.
How appropriate. You fight like a cow.
Oh, was that not the response? Heck.
My wisest enemies run away at the first sight of me.
Ugh. I don't remember any of these. Oh, yeah?
Too bad no one's ever heard of you at all.
Uh-huh.
I will milk every drop of blood from your body.
Okay, so this is the cow one. Did they, like, change the order of these? Hers are new. Can I not use the cow one because I did it already? Here it is.
How appropriate. You fight like a cow.
My name is feared in every dirty corner of this island.
You fight like a cow.
Too bad no one's ever heard of you at all.
I've got the courage and skill of a master swordsman.
I'm just gonna scroll to the top.
He must have taught you everything you know?
Okay, I thought that was thought that was it.
You are a pain in the backside, sir.
Yeah, the hemorrhoids.
Your hemorrhoids are flaring up again, huh?
Only once have I met such a coward.
He must have taught you everything you know.
I give up. You win.
Oh,
well,
first try.
I hope you're happy.
I guess.
You can go back and brag to all your friends about how you beat the Swordmaster. You'll need proof. Here. This should convince them.
Yeah. It's another t-shirt. Epic.
It says, I beat the Swordmaster.
No, I want... Okay. I beat the Swordmaster. I have a t-shirt to prove it. Alright, I'm a pirate now? I need to drink grog with them though, right? Wasn't that a stipulation? Where am I? Oh. Whoa! A ghost ship.
What was that?
Oh.
I'm so confused.
Uh-huh.
Hey! What are you doing just standing around?
What are you doing?
The governor's been kidnapped!
What? By whom?
What?
LeChuck's got her on that ship that just sailed off.
Oh, no.
Well, I'm afraid we've seen the last of her.
Where did they go?
LeChuck's taken the governor back to his hideout on Monkey Island.
Trademark.
I'm afraid that no pirate on this island is brave enough to follow him there. But hey, good luck. Oh, yeah, I almost forgot. They left this note. You can have it, but I don't think you'll like what it says.
What does it say? Attention. It's a ransom note.
Attention, pirates of Melee. Your governor is alive and well and by my side as she was always meant to be. If you try to find us, you will only meet with horrifying disaster.
Oh no.
Yours truly, Captain LeChuck.
LeChuck. Okay. I'm shaking. Boys, I got the stuff. Oh. Everyone is gone. Chef, what happened? First, I want that.
What's wrong, old sot?
The governor is gone. LeChuck and his spectral crew came and got her. They put her in the ghost ship and spirited her away.
Oh no.
She was so good to me. Always conveniently losing those health board reports. For a small consideration, of course. What'll become of my business? Oh, woe is me.
What can I do to save her?
You must get a ship and go after her. The ghost pirate's lair is on Monkey Island. Everybody knows that. Don't ask me how.
Oh, is that where they came up
All you
with
need
that
to do
acronym?
is find a way there.
That's funny. Will you join me?
Will you join me?
Alas, I cannot go to sea.
That's cool.
An old war injury.
I use that
I'm
for
sure you
King's
understand.
Quest.
Right. I'm off.
Good luck. Be sure to wear your mittens. And your galoshes.
Oh, galoshes.
And don't forget to write. Bye now.
Looks like a fine pewter tankard. This stuff is eating right through the mug.
Oh no.
Looks like a fine pewter tankard.
Okay, so I got a mug of grog. Is this like a timer? Why is that there? It is a timer. Boatyard's this way. Oh, it's melting. Use it. Oh no. I know what to use it for! Quick! It's gone. I was gonna use it to break the guy out. I imagine I can get a new one. Can't even hold his grog. All right. Let's go check out the ship yard. Oh, my dearest Marley, we'll save you. Your plunder bunny. Yep. I like the music at this place the best so far.
Howdy!
Whoa! What a suit!
I'm Stan of Stan's previously owned vessels.
What up?
And I'd stand on my head to make you a deal.
All right.
What sort of craft are you looking for? Big, fast, slow. You want it? I got it. And if I don't got it, I'll get it. I want to make you a deal that you're happy with. Because if you're not happy, I'm not happy. But I know you're gonna leave here happy today.
Uh-huh.
How do I know? Just look at all these ships. I've got something for everyone. Come, take a look around.
I feel like I'm gonna travel through time
So tell me,
staring at his suit.
what are you interested in looking at today?
Ba-dam, bam. Let me see the best ship you've got. Built to last. I really don't have that much to spend. That spiffy blue one by your office looks nice.
Something not too expensive, but built to last.
Affordable quality. Hey, that's my motto. I've got just the boat for you. Walk this way.
I was hoping he'd walk fancy and I would walk this way.
Now I can see you're a no-frills kind of guy. But I can also tell that quality means a lot to you. I mean, just look at the way you dress. Rugged, like this baby.
I mean, I'm assuming this is the song. But I don't know.
Hey, you wouldn't happen to be from there, would you? You just seem to have a sort of Nordic quality about you. Anyway, we're talking about a real value here. What kind of price range were you thinking of?
Money is no object.
Actually, I was hoping to get one on credit.
Sorry, kid. Neither a borrower nor a lender be. That's just old Stan's philosophy. If you've got a job, the storekeeper in town might extend you some credit. Then we'd have something to talk about. Unless, of course, you've already got some other means of financing.
I have 371 pieces of 8.
I'm glad this ship doesn't have ears, my friend. Because if she did, she'd slap your face. I doubt you're carrying enough cash on you for this transaction. You wouldn't happen to have any other means of finance, would you?
All I have is this rubber chicken.
Is it one of those rubber chickens with a pulley in the middle?
Sure is.
I already got one of those.
Yeah, everyone does.
You wouldn't happen to have any other means of finance, would you?
Money is no object.
Well, it is with me. How much you got?
On second thought, this may not be the ship for me.
Of course it isn't. You're looking for a much bigger boat, I can tell. So, what else can I show you?
I don't really have that much to spend.
As is.
Have no fear. Every ship I sell is a bargain. But if you're looking for a real steal, I've got just the boat for you. Walk this way. This here is the famous Sea Monkey.
Oh.
The only ship ever to make it to Monkey Island
Trademark.
and come back with anyone aboard left alive. Or should I say, anything. You see, the previous owners of this ship were two adventurous pirates. They set off, like many before, to find the legendary secret of Monkey Island.
Trademark.
And like many before, They disappeared forever. Their fate? A mystery. Almost as mysterious as how this ship returned to Melee Island without a single human aboard. Some claim it was sailed back by a crew of chimps.
Chimps? There aren't any chimps in the Caribbean.
Oh, shut up. It makes a good story. Anyway, this baby's mine now. That is, until someone makes me an offer. Just how much were you looking to spend today?
Didn't I ask for something cheap?
I have 371 pieces of 8.
Didn't I have 173?
Look, this is a very reasonably priced ship, but not that reasonable. I don't think you've got the cash for this transaction either. You do have some other means of payment, don't you?
Don't you? Okay.
On second thought, this may not be the ship.
So I need to get a line of credit?
Of course it isn't. You're looking for a much bigger boat, I can tell. So, what else can I show you?
Yeah, this was the cheap one?
Let me see the best ship you've got.
Hey, it's nice to meet a man who appreciates quality. I've got just the boat for you. Walk this way.
It's quite the gate you got there.
Now this is a ship fit for a king. I mean, we're talking 15 staterooms, a fireplace in every one. We're talking 2 pools, one indoor, one outdoor. We're talking rotating ballroom. We're talking heated crow's nest.
Oh, nice.
We're talking 200 feet of ocean-going decadence. And all for one low price. Speaking of price, what kind of price range were you thinking of?
On second thought, this may not be the ship for me.
Okay, but I got 5 of the guys coming back to look at this baby today.
Sure.
Don't count on it being here if you change your mind.
10 people added this item to their cart in the last 30 minutes.
That spiffy blue one by your office looks nice.
Of course it does.
It's mine.
It's mine. And it's not for sale.
Okay.
What else can I show you?
Actually, I'd like to go think about it some more.
Sure. Think it over. I don't want you to feel pressured or anything. Bye now.
Bye, Stan. Your grog machine
I
doesn't
forgot
work.
to
What?
give you my card. And here's something else to remember me by.
A compass?
An extra strong magnetic compass.
With your picture on it.
That's right. It always points directly back here, so if you're looking for a good deal, you know where to go. I'll be right here when you come back, but I can't guarantee that any of these ships will.
Right.
They're moving fast today. Yes, sirree. Can't hardly keep anything in stock. He'll be back.
He's like super jacked up. His foot wouldn't stop. I'm like, Jesus, that was loud. I don't like how I can't look at inventory on the overmap. Hey, blind umpire, good to see you.
When you set sail for good value, all winds blow towards Stan's.
Oh, yeah.
Stan's previously owned vessels. I won't shut up until I've made you a deal, Stan.
From Tales of Monkey Island, is that like a sequel? Is there like 2 or 3 sequels to this game? One through 4, huh?
I don't see anything special about it.
Yeah. Tales of Monkey Island was a thing?
Hey, where'd you go? I hike halfway across the island to try and get you a reservation with the Swordmaster, who, by the way, says you can go jump in the lake
And when I come back, whew, you're gone. See if I ever do you a favor again.
Yeah, the whole Telltale thing kind of sucked. For a lot of reasons, right?
What do you want?
Note of credit.
I'm interested in procuring a note of credit.
You are, are ya? You got a job?
To be honest, sir, I am not employed.
Oh, thank you for telling me that. I respect your honesty. But I didn't get to be 83 by being no jackass. No job, no credit. Come back when you got one. What else do you want?
I think I'd just like to browse.
I really liked
This ain't no boutique.
the
Don't take all
Telltale
day.
Game of Thrones episodes. Those were fun. And did all the Walking Dead ones too. Those were fun. Let's go to the Chicken Island. It takes so long to get back to the overworld from these screens. Wonder if I should go to the mansion to look like for stuff. It's an option yet. Go to the island. Hello, Roger. Hi, job?
I told you, I don't have the time to show you any more tattoo tricks.
The governor's been kidnapped.
The governor's been kidnapped!
What? That's preposterous.
Oh, really? Take a look at this note they left.
Oh no. This is horrible. What are we going to do?
So then we can just wait or come back. We get a crew together and sail off after them.
We could get a crew together and sail off after them.
What an idea. Now, if we only had a captain.
Well, what about me?
You? Oh. That's a good one.
Hey, I'm serious.
Really?
Really?
Okay, let's see you prove it. Walk this way.
Everyone wants to walk this way.
There's something in here that I want to show you. Something horrible. Something so horrible that I stay awake at night just thinking about it. But I don't mean to scare you.
I'm trembling.
I'm sure a big brave guy like yourself will have no problem facing this monster. After all, it's much smaller than the beast that bit off my hands so many years ago. Arr, har, har, har. Let's just hope you're quicker than I was. Oh, I just remembered something. I never did get around to feeding him this week. Ha 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 ha! Silly me!
I like these doors.
I'll let you open this last door yourself. Just let me get out of your way.
Wait.
Ha ha ha! Getting cold feet?
No, I just don't know what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah.
You're supposed to open that little door. And if you're brave enough, touch the beast inside.
Oh, touch it.
Oh, is that all?
Okay, go ahead. If you've got the guts.
Let's do it. It's a bird. He walked a murderous winged devil. Tap, tickle, stroke, poke. To use Father feel. Tickle. No, I want to tickle.
I don't believe it. You are a brave man after all. You faced the beast I've feared all these years. You had the guts to do what I never could. I feel like such a coward. I'm not good enough to be on your crew. I'm not even good enough to swab your...
Oh, don't beat yourself up.
Oh, come on, Meat Hook.
Yeah.
You're a big, strong, good-looking guy with a talking tattoo. You can swab my decks anytime.
Really?
Sure.
I can still be on your crew.
Just pack your stuff and meet me at the dock.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I won't let you down.
So I'm recruiting a crew as well.
Hey, maybe I'll get a chance to show you my whole tattoo routine when we're at sea.
Wow, this is sounding better and better all the time.
Later, Elsnick. So I imagine we have to get the pirate in the cell. Probably don't want to talk to the sheriff because he tried to kill me. The chef said no. Probably the pirates in the village.
It's just like the one on the other side.
Yeah. Can't sail a ship without a crew. I don't know, that other ship, like, used only 2 crew.
A rubber chicken with a pulley in the middle.
Hey, maybe the circus folk want to be on the crew? They could man the cannon? So you get in the cannon.
Meanwhile, having just returned from melee, LeChuck and his crew find their old hiding place in the underground rivers of Monkey Island and drop anchor.
Captain, sir.
It's the sheriff.
I just stopped by to congratulate you on your kidnapping mission. Captain?
Whoa.
Captain, are you all right?
Oh, no. Gross.
Never felt better.
That was gross.
And how fares our prisoner?
Ah, yes, the prisoner. We had a little trouble.
Trouble!
No, nothing to worry about, sir. Everything's under control. She escaped a few times, but we've got her locked up in the brig.
A few times.
No one's getting in or out of there.
For your sake, I hope not. With years of planning almost destroyed by my death, I'm not taking any chances now.
You took care of Mr. Threepwood then?
Guybrush Threepwood will not be a problem.
Well, that's what you think.
At this very moment, he's 20 feet underwater. Probably bloated up like a fattened pig. His eyes being eaten out by crabs.
Oh no.
Fish pecking at his fingers.
Fish!
Kinda makes you wish you were there to watch.
Ah, yes, sir. Ugh. Sure does at that.
Now, go check on the route. Make sure it's locked up tight.
The route.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Aye, aye. Okay, let's head back to the village. No, I want to go to the circus. I want to see Fettuccine and, what was it, Billy? I don't know the other guy's name. No, you get in the cannon.
Those crazy spaghetti brothers are still in there. I think there's something going on in there.
Yeah, go in there.
I think there's something going on in there. Those crazy spaghetti brothers are still in there. Those crazy spaghetti brothers are still in there.
Guess I
Those
can't...
crazy spaghetti brothers are still in there.
Uh-huh. Guess I can't go in there. Those crazy wow. Now I want spaghetti. Yeah. I had noodles and tuna for lunch today. I had my spaghetti. Penne. Not spaghetti. It doesn't want to go back in there? Yeah, it's fair. There's the grog timer thing. I'm assuming I need that to break the guy out. Talk to these boys.
Did you know the governor's been kidnapped?
Well, yes, we knew about that.
Are you with me?
I'm going after those immaterial authority figure nappers. Are you with me?
Oi.
Well,
the governor could probably take care of herself.
and we are sort of busy here.
Yeah.
And we've got the circus to think of.
We've got to find the elephant.
Find the rat.
Yeah.
And get rid of these minutes.
Minutes?
I'm sorry. We simply can't go at this time.
Mutiny. And who named us click, 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 click?
Okay, so let's grab the grog and see if I can just run it there.
I don't see anything special about it.
I'm sure I have to like talk to the guy first and then grab the grog or something like that. But we'll see. There's mugs everywhere. What if I build them all?
Nothing special about it.
There's mugs everywhere. So many mugs.
I can't move it.
Oops.
I don't want to put that in.
Why not? What is this pot for? This pot's for something.
I think I have enough already.
Okay.
I think it's full of that foul stuff pirates drink.
Yeah, it's
I don't
already
see anything special
melting.
about it.
Go faster. What if I put it in another mug? No.
I can't get anything out of that mug.
Nah!
It's not really much of a mug anymore.
Wonder what the combination was. Did I have to use it? Bummer. Let's just look in here. Okay. Sure, the end of the story starts, or is there?
I don't see anything special about it.
May I help you?
Yeah, who are you?
I was just on my way to the governor's mansion.
Are you here for the looting?
Sure. Sounds like fun.
Absolutely not.
That's good. Because we're booked up solid for the next 5 hours.
Okay.
I don't see anything special about it. The governor's been kidnapped.
What?
What?
Here, look at this note.
They kidnapped the governor? That really makes me mad. Oh, I feel like kicking someone. I wonder if she left her place unlocked.
If I let you out, would you join my crew?
Sure! Of course! To my emancipator, I shall be eternally indebted. Until then, I pace.
Alright, let's try getting the grog and just putting it in a different mug right away. Wonder if you like... Is this whole scene just to get introduced to what's his face? LeChuck in disguise? Bald guy? Sheriff? He comes back. Okay. Oh yeah, the voodoo lady. Yeah, that's right. I just kind of assumed she was gone. The mug is back. Calm down, okay? You'll be fine. I'm gonna go get her. Okay, so that's what you do. Oh, it deletes one though.
Looks like a fine pewter tankard.
Yeah. But it deletes one. Okay. Well, that should be enough to get over there, right? Let's just delete them all. And start from the beginning.
I don't see anything special about it. Looks like a fine pewter tankard.
Yeah, pick it up. I mean, I could probably get there before I can't. We're doing it.
Hey, great! A drink!
Not for you.
I'm real thirsty. Yikes! Wow.
Oh, wow.
And to think I used to drink that stuff. I'm free! Oh yeah, thanks. Sucker!
Betrayal.
But do we still have a deal? I'm sure he'll be back. He gave me his word as a pirate.
So I probably have to do the same thing for the rat, right? Which means walking all the way back there and getting the rat.
It's locked. I think it's welded shut now.
Okay, how do you get out then? How do you know what welding is? All right, I think we'll call it there though for this one. Ending on a much better note of not blue screening, so that's a bonus. And we kind of have a clue of what we need to do coming back. Talk to the voodoo lady and perhaps free the rat here. We'll see. Thanks for hanging out tonight, everyone. Hope you enjoyed it. Wow, those are loud noises. I'll let you know in Discord when we'll be doing the next bit of it. We'll also be putting it up on the YouTubes and Twitch playlists and all that stuff. My name is Tic Tac Foe. We'll be back tomorrow morning with the normal streaming stuff. Hopefully the Splunky 2 modding is up to date now with the new patch. We'll do some of that. If not, we'll continue playing in Valheim. Should be a lot of fun. Be sure to follow if you aren't already. I'm gonna find a raid target for ya. Yo, Lex is playing Thronebreaker, which if you're unfamiliar with it, it's a pretty cool game. It's Gwent from Witcher 3, but it's kind of like a story mode. And it's kind of almost more like a puzzle game, the way they set up some of the battles. And it's pretty fun. And Lex is fun to watch. All right, I'm out of here. Have a good one.